Today we're going to review Ruwac's Redline WS2320-HD Heavy Duty Vacuum System. It's a 340 CFM, 11 inches of mercury vacuum, complete with a pre-separator system. We're using a 25-foot clear hose to show that the material will travel through the hose. This wouldn't be the hose we'd recommend for steel chips. It's a too soft a durometer hose. We'd look for something that's a little harder, smooth bore, that the chips wouldn't embed themselves into. But you'll see today that at least we're going to show that the 25-foot hose we're not going to get clogged in a line. It's a 3-inch diameter hose. We're picking up the steel chips. You know, if you get chips that are too big to fit through the hose, they might block at the end. You might have to assist them. You might have to actually get them and push them into the hose. Once that the chips do go into the hose, they should travel all the way back to the vacuum. The real long ones, the bird's nest on the end, again, you're going to have to assist and help inside of the hose. Better when the chips are spread out and go in individually, so it's less chance to get stucking on the end of the hose. The vacuum has plenty of power to pick up the chips. It's just all on how you load the chips. And again, we're using a 25-foot diameter, 25-foot hose, 3 inches in diameter. Normally, we'd recommend a much shorter length of hose for middle chips, maybe something 10 feet, 15 feet max, to limit how many bends you have in the hose so the material doesn't get stuck. So you'll see that material flows very nicely through the hose. And the ones that don't fit in the end, you may have to assist. And if you do just stick it in there and get a big pile, then you simply just have to assist them. Now there's some larger pieces over here. Chances of many of these going through are not very good. If they're going to get caught in the hose, at the end, you got to again help it, get them into the hose. Now if I just bury them in there, you'll see some of them are going to make it through, but the other ones, they just want to get stuck at the end. Normally we recommend big pieces like this you pick up by hand. And you can see in the hose that the smaller ones are making it through and the bigger ones are getting stuck at the end of the hose. Once they do make it in there, you'll see they do travel all the way through. Again, we're using a 3-inch diameter hose. We're using a vacuum that produces 340 CFM and 11 inches of mercury. And that extra mercury is what's helping keeping this stuff airborne and not getting it stuck in the hose. A smoother diameter hose would be much better for the travel of the material and a shorter length of hose as well.